We get asked dumb questions about kids. Somebody actually looked at my wife and I, and they were like, you guys want to have kids? Are y'all going to get a surrogate? There's 2 women in this relationship. And you want us to bring in a third? Like, are you insane? We could have 3 women living in one house and still nobody to kill the spiders. And don't look at me and assume with this haircut that I'm going to do it. I like having plans almost as much as I like getting out of them.
Please welcome to the stage, Kaycee Conlee!
So I have been doing the vegan thing. I dabbled with the vegan thing. I lost you. I get it. Okay. Truly, it's been really hard. The hardest part is not the food, it's the bullying, okay? It's the way you turned on me right now. Honestly, I think it was easier to tell my parents I was gay, right? Like I was like, Mom, Dad, I'm gay. And they were like, it's okay, we love you, we support you, we're here for you. I told them I was vegan, they were like, gross. That's disgusting. Not in our house. Which is crazy too, because when you really think about it, veganism is just a diet, right? It's just a way of eating, it's a diet. And this country is obsessed with diets, right? Like there was one 15 years ago that was just water, lemon juice, and cayenne pepper. You guys remember that? Yeah, it's called the Master Cleanse. It made you shit your brains out. People were obsessed, you know? People would be like, yeah, you have to try it. I'm wearing a diaper. Somebody wore the diaper. Crazy, it was crazy. And now the really popular one is keto. You guys know keto? That's actually a medical treatment that was invented to treat kids with epilepsy. Yeah, that's real. And then adults were like, you know who has amazing physiques? Them epileptic kids. Like, what are they eating? It's crazy. It was crazy. Okay, this is actually really gross. I had some friends recently break up, and they posted an announcement on social media. You guys, they're not famous, okay? They're not. They're just people. If it helps for the sake of this conversation too, they're both very attractive. They're gonna be fine, okay? We can laugh at them. But it was horrifying. It was like a screen grab of a notes app. Yes, I know, it was a collab post. I was like, what is this? I was like, honestly, you guys are perfect for each other. You collab, like, this is great. You wrote this together. Maybe you should try to work it out. I don't know. But I was like scrolling through it. I'm one of those people that likes to comment on everything, you know? And so I was like, what do I put? Like, I can't take a side. It's a collab, you know? So I just put 3 fire emojis and kept it pushing, you know? Just like, I don't know. So weird. It was like these paragraphs they wrote out too. Like it started out, life update. It had a time and date stamp. I was like, this is a press release? You're not on Bravo. It was crazy. So the first sentence is, it always feels so weird to post things like this on social media. I was like, hey, you know that weird feeling? That's what's supposed to stop you from doing it. Listen, you don't push through the weird. It's like, it always feels so weird to send these nudes to my grandma. Don't do it! I've been living in LA for a while now, and I've noticed people like to flake on their plans, right? And I feel like they always say the same thing when they flake. They're always like, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well. This is like, what do you... We have a guilty party. Okay, well, good, this is for you. This is what I've started doing. When people say that, you know what I reply with? I say, show me. Right? Because we all have these giant, like, professional cameras on our phones. I'm like, send me a picture of your sick face. I want to see it. So I came up with this, and I thought about it, and, like, I started thinking about all the times I've called into work sick. You know what I mean? And I was like, I was like, I need to bank some sick photos. So I got sick. I took a bunch of, I like closed the blinds. I changed my shirt. You know what I mean? I got to adjust for time of day. I'm just saying, I banked a whole Sorry I'm Sick photo album. Like, this is elite, okay? You guys, some of you guys you're taking dick pics. I take sick pics, all right? Highly recommend. It's the best way to go. So my wife and I, we get asked all the time if we want to have kids. It happens a lot. And I don't have a problem with that question. It's just that, like, because we're gay, that line of questioning always ends up way too personal. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, it'll be like, oh, do you guys want to have kids? Who would have them? How are you going to get pregnant? It's like, I just want to order an appetizer, you know? We were thinking about the tacos. Is that a little on the nose? I've taken to messing with people with our answers now. So people are like, oh, do you guys want to have kids? I'm like, we keep trying, you know? Also, I think trying is a weird thing that people say, right? Because, like, you say that to people and then you're supposed to be like, congrats? But you're just telling us you're doing it. I think the right response is gross. I don't want to hear about it, okay? It is weird, but we get asked dumb questions about kids. Somebody actually looked at my wife and I, and they were like, you guys want to have kids? Are y'all gonna get a surrogate? There's 2 women in this relationship, and you want us to bring in a third? Like, are you insane? We could have 3 women living in one house and still nobody to kill the spiders. And don't look at me and assume with this haircut that I'm gonna do it. Okay? Spiders are icky. I am not a Home Depot gay. I am a TJ Maxx queer. But the questions we get asked, somebody asked us, they looked at me and my wife, and they're like, oh, you guys must need sperm. Do either of you have a brother? Thank you. I was like, what are you saying? Like, we're gay. We're not from Kentucky. No. But I think the worst question, though, is always the how are you going to get pregnant, right? And I think I hate that question the most because you don't ask straight couples that. So I think we should start. I think the next time you're at some, like, barbecue, you're kicking it, hanging out with Tim and Diane, and you're like, hey, I heard you guys are trying. Gross, by the way. And then you go, how are you going to get pregnant? Right? They just look at each other like, oh, well, we want to raise the baby Catholic, so we're going to go missionary. Or maybe like, big country music fans, it's cowgirl all the way. Or like, animal lovers, doggy style. You guys need to know that to write that I had to Google heterosexual sex positions.